Euvgenia,
Yes.
this is also a very nostalgic location for you.
Yes.
A good place of many important memories.
Exactly. So 10 years ago.
Yes,
here,
10 years ago.
Yes, exactly. 10 years ago, I was here and I have the big cup. Yes, exactly. I have
the
same.
goosebumps. I have the chicken
Yes.
skin.
Yes.
Yeah.
10 years ago, I was the winner.
Yes.
And the big cup. And you was Antonio
And the big check.
open. Yes, exactly. big check.
Yes.
I have the same.
Yes, the same.
Yes. And I have very comfortable feelings here because for me was the first like big competition in Europe.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, and I was the one of the best in my opinion, the person who was there, and I'm very excited because this is my the first level when I start to grow in Europe.
Yes.
So
yes,
you
it was
open-
the door open.
Yes, you open the door, and I have
fantastic.
nowadays a lot of different person who work in our industry, and it's helped me a lot.
And that brings me probably the most joy. So I get so much from doing Inja, but mostly it's when I learn about the opportunities and how it's brought people together that brings me the most joy really in this. So I thought about a nice story to share, okay, with you. And that's because I share this story often. And when you're not around, I talk about it, And so I thought maybe it would be good to remind you of this story so that you could discuss it as well, okay? And that was when we were in Asia, in Korea, okay? So, yeah, and I'll give him an opportunity to understand. We were in Korea, where in Korea is always the most talented in the world come from Korea during this time. And they always have the best nails in the world to work on. The models have 3 centimeters and the most easy, beautiful nails to work on. And of course, we had the Russian team, which are unstoppable, from Galina Zelvanova, who makes top competitors. And they had their own models with them, which are good models. And so you were feeling defeated. You were overwhelmed with the model that they gave you because you thought the model was not good. You think the nails are too short, the nail beds?
12 millimeters when I do the manicure, only
12 millimeters.
Yes.
Right. Millimeters. So just over a centimeter. So not a long nail plate.
No,
and
like Japanese girls have it.
Right, and they are like at 3. Right. Okay, so now you understand that she's here and she's upset because she's a champion and she doesn't want to lose. And tell them what I tell you from that point, okay? Let's talk about it. Tell them what happened. Do you remember this time?
Yes, I remember this time, and for me it's the pleasure because you remember too.
Yes.
And
so much.
I
with
have
pride.
a little nail plate for my model.
Yes.
And I think about her that she's a Japan queen, so I need to do the best nails what I can do.
Right.
Because I'm flying 12,000 kilometers from Ukraine.
You flew across the earth to
and
get
I
there.
understand that I need to do my work and do everything like we have in the rules.
Right.
So I don't think about her small nail plate.
Right, I said
think
follow the
only
rules.
About the rules
Right.
and the point.
Follow
And
the criteria.
when I finish, I do my work in 1 hour 30 minutes. I finish my
Right,
work, but we
right.
have 2 hours and half. In the stress, I focus on myself and don't think about anybody and do very faster the work. So
And realize that actually small nail plates are easier to work
Easy,
on.
exactly.
Easier to work on,
Yes.
right?
So in
Okay.
this competition, I have the second place.
Yeah, you took second, not first, but you
No.
took second place. But you were up on the podium with like the Russians and like
No, Russian not be in this moment. Japanese, I am, and Korean.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it
Oh
was
yeah,
really
yeah.
hard.
Okay, I remember now. Yeah, it was a good Japanese girl from Eriko's team.
Yes.
I remember. But the top Japanese champion was there.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
but I can tell you that you were really the testimony that told me, okay, the system works. It
Yes.
doesn't matter the model. If you
No.
follow the rules,
No.
if you follow the rules,
If you know the rules.
if you understand the rules and you
Yes.
really understand the criteria,
Yes.
and you focus on not your ego and what you think you want the nail to look like, but more focus on just what we want the nail to look like. It's very possible to take a first place. It doesn't matter the size of the fingernail. The work will present itself and you will see your scores. And for me, this is always a story I share. I love this story to share, that you really proved to me this.
I want to tell one thing, that if you're in process, in competition, and you enjoy, doesn't matter the time, the models, the situation, what you have near, because 10 years ago, I was there, and the situation when we are late on the competition, and I have only 1 hour 33 minutes with stiletto nail design, and I finish in time. So all floor judges was impressed because I finished my work very well and do this one because I focus, and I'm very thank you that you give me this chance to show my experience and my knowledges.
Thank you.
And the strategy, what I can do when I on the competition area.
And I thank you for being gracious to share your knowledge.
Yes.
So many educators, champions, will not actually give up their knowledge, and they hold back and they don't want to share their secrets.
No.
I know very few people who are willing to do that. So I commend you for freely understanding that we must pass this on. We pass this on to the rest of them so that the industry continues to prosper. And without us, this industry does not prosper. We die very quickly when competition is not strong. So you have been a contributor, and I'm grateful. And I thank you for taking the time to be with me.
Yes, and one thing what I can say for everyone who work in nail industry, always take it off the dust when you finish the nail. Always, because can give to you more points if you have a lot of competitions. This is the points what helped to me to be the first in my country and have 4 first place, because I always present the clean work. This is the really good story, and you know about what I tell.
So now we have to tell the story, and so we'll just continue this interview for 2 more minutes. So, in the very first opportunity for Nail Olympics to be in the Ukraine, we had, of course, Euvgenia, who I didn't know at the time. I did not know you. You were not. This was the first time I had ever seen you. And there was another very top competitor there that was probably expected to win because she was really the known top Russian, Ukrainian.
In America, yes.
Yeah, she's really top person. So her work was actually, I think, stronger than yours without... the points were higher, if I'm not mistaken, and it was only because of the dust that you got the score extra, maybe. She got like 5 points off and you got 5 points on, or she lost 10 points from dust, 5 points from dust, and you got 5 points. So you won every competition. And then I went and told the champion, or the girl, the second place girl, you're the person who didn't remove your dust.
Yes,
you would have been the champion if you removed your dust. So Euvgenia sharing this advice is the best advice anyone that she could give to anybody. You want to win a championship? Remove your dust.
And present your work, because it's very important.
It's 5 points for dust. Okay, so thank you for sharing, and I will see you behind the curtain, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.